All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back and we've squared away. Ayos na tayo sa ating sound and audio. We try to coordinate these call-ins from the Philippine Consulate General para hindi na maabala yung mga guests natin kasi hirap mag-parking dito
Mm.
sa ating Pioneer Plaza building. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, nandito na po tayo sa ating special guest spotlight on the Midday Radio Show at we're very, very honored and happy to have none other than Undersecretary Edliberto Adan. And he is the Executive Director of the Presidential Commission on the Visiting Forces Agreement. Undersecretary Adan retired with the rank of Lieutenant General from the Armed Forces of the Philippines in 2006, and he was appointed Executive Director of the Presidential Commission on the Visiting Forces Agreement in 2007. Among the significant positions he has held were Commander of the Southern Command, the Deputy Chief of Staff, the Superintendent, Philippine Military Academy, AFP Spokesman, and Chief Civil Service Relations Service. He has his commission from the Philippine Military Academy in 1972, and he also holds an MBA degree from the Asian Institute of Management. And as executive director of the VFA Commission, his responsibilities include the facilitation, monitoring, assessment, and coordination of the engagements, exercises, and activities being held between the Philippines and the United States Armed Forces. And they do this under the umbrella of the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty between the two countries. And it is implemented through the Visiting Forces Agreement of 1999. He cooperates in behalf of the Executive Department with the Philippine Senate and the House of Representatives Committees on Foreign Relations in clarifying issues that may arise in the implementation of the agreement. Wow, napakabigat naman. And we are here and honored, ladies and gentlemen. Please, palakpakan po natin and welcome Undersecretary Edliberto Adan, Executive Director of the Presidential Commission of the Visiting Forces Agreement. Hello, sir. Kamusta po kayo?
Mabuti naman. Good afternoon, Allan.
Good afternoon. And how are you liking Hawaii, sir?
Maganda. I was able to visit the island of Hawaii yesterday, and it was a beautiful tour, beautiful trip.
What have you ever seen anything like that, sir, in the Big Island?
Oh, no. The Big Island was wonderful, and the Filipinos there entertained me, toured me around, and they're a wonderful group.
Parang nasa Pilipinas na rin tayo, no, sir?
Napaka-friendly, very hospitable.
Yes.
Pinoy talaga, iba.
Yeah, iba talaga ang Pinoy. Whenever we see each other, so, Pinoy, Pinoy. So that's really nice. Anyway, sir, you were here on the Araw ng Kagitingan, and you were our guest of honor and speaker.
Oh, yes.
How was that? How was that experience, sir? Being here.
It's really a great honor for me to have been invited. Nagpapasalamat ako kay Consul General Julius Torres at ako ang kanyang inirecommend. At pinayagan naman ako ng ating Pangulo to come here. Ang chairman ng ating visiting forces ay si Executive Secretary Paquito Ochoa. Nagpaalam ako sa kanya at inaproban ng presidente. So, malaking karangalan na maimbita ako rito bilang isang government official at pangalawa, bilang anak ng veterano ng World War II. Ang father ko kasi ay mataan na survivor and death march
Yes, sir.
participant. So, karangalan para sa atin yun.
Palagi ba kayong kinikwentuhan ng father niyo, sir, kung ano nangyari sa kanya dito sa Bataan Death March?
Yes, I remember. He's long gone now. He left in 1983. But kinikwento niya sa akin yung hirap nila sa Death March at lalo na yung concentration camp sa Capas.
Yes, sir.
Paano sila maraming nagkakasakit, kulang sila sa pagkain at mahirap talaga ang buhay. Yun ang mga at nagkasakit din ang father ko doon.
Oh, really?
At yung mother ko naman pala ay isa ring guerrilla nurse.
Oh, yeah.
Kasi noong malapit na ang liberation, tinawag sila mag-training dahil dadalhin ang mga nurses sa Japan kung magkakaroon pala ng invasion ng Japan, ng American forces, kailangan ng maraming nurses, medical personnel, dahil maraming casualties expected.
Wow.
So mabuti naman at maagang natapos yung digmaan, hindi na sila natuloy sa Japan.
Grabe ano. Lalabanin tayo tapos kukunin pa ang ating mga nurses para ano. That's unbelievable. Anyway, yung when you hear these stories, sir, from your father and you knowing the background, does that give you a different impression of, let's say, the Japanese when you meet them or when you
Alam mo, hindi
talk to them?
alam mo, ngayon ay matagal na nangyari yon. Ang Japan ay kasangga na natin, ano? It's a strong partner.
Sure.
At malaki na ang malawak na ang relationship ng Japan at Pilipinas ngayon.
Very strong.
So, yun ay nakaraan na, nagkaroon na ng restitution at ang ating ekonomiya ngayon ay katulong din natin ng maraming Japanese investors, no, pagpapalago ng ating bansa.
At gusto pa nating damihan.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When I know that you were in the military for a long time, and how is it transferring or moving from the military into this position as a commission in the commission, sir?
You know, I spent 34 years in the military service.
Yes, sir.
I retired as a lieutenant general in the Philippine Army in 2006. A year later, I was appointed by the president to this position. So maganda ang experience kasi mayroong similarities din ang the world of the diplomat, no, foreign service at
Yes, sir.
military. They have to follow policy, they have to move, they have to transfer assignments as ordered. So parang military din ang disiplina. Pero maganda ang training ng ating mga foreign service officers, nakakamangha at isa sila sa I would say, mga intellectual, mga educated officials natin, no?
Sure.
The elite of our government service.
Of course, sir.
So maganda rin at for me personally, ay marami rin ako natutuhan. Pagiging dahil ang opisina ko nasa Department of Foreign Affairs.
Yes, sir.
So mga kagaya ni Congen Julius Torres, maraming natututuhan. Alam mo, mga mentors natin yan eh.
Opo naman. So it helps you then in your new position.
Oh yes. At the same time, siyempre dala-dala ko rin yung ating military background, military education, at yun ay malaking tulong pakikitungo sa ating treaty ally, itong United States forces
Yes, sir.
Participates in exercises, activities. Dahil nag-aral ako sa Amerika, sa US Army War College, at iba pang kurso, so naintindihan ko yung kanilang mga doktrina. And when I relate to them, when we have some issues, we can easily relate, no? We can easily come to terms and agree on certain solutions.
Nagkakaintindihan kayo.
Madali magkaintindihan. At pagka naman kailangan ko sila, if I need to clarify some issues, I have to ask some questions, madali silang nagre-respond sa akin. At may usapan kami na basta may problema, nakikita niyong mayroong dapat gawin tayo, call me immediately para ma-solve natin.
Ayun.
At yun ang nakapagpaganda, no? It smoothened the relationship, it facilitated our joint activities, at sana manatiling ganon.
Yes, sir. And ituloy natin ang relation natin with the United States. I was going to ask you, sir, how important is this visiting forces training, itong balikatan na tinatawag natin? How important is this to the Philippines?
Yung balikatan, isa lamang yan sa mga 6 na malalaking exercises in 1 year. But there are about 60 to 80 other exercises, small exercises. So year-round yan, iba-ibang lugar sa Pilipinas, merong duration na 1 linggo, merong 1 buwan. Meron din tayong tinatawag na Joint Special Operations Task Force nasa Zamboanga. Yan ay 500 na US Special Forces.
Mm.
na kung saan tumutulong sila sa AFP, sa West Mindanao Command, upang harapin ang terorismo.
Mhm.
Oo, ang
Mhm.
pagtulong nila ron ay pag-provide ng information at saka ano rin, mga skills.
Mhm. Mhm.
Hindi natin sila pinapayagang lumaban, engage in combat. However, the fact that they are there supporting us with their equipment, with intelligence, and doing a lot of community work,
Mhm. Mhm.
yun ay malaking bagay para yung mga pamilya ng mga terrorist ay mamulat, no? We want them to be transformed, no?
Yes, sir.
Hindi
Yes,
na
sir.
lumaban sa gobyerno. So, yun ang
Mm.
support ng Americans. Then, at the same time, ito namang mga exercises like balikatan,
Mhm. Mhm.
merong tinatawag na transfer of skills, yung interoperability, na
Mhm.
kung saan gusto natin na magkaroon ng ng pagkakaintindihan sa working systems ng bawat isa para kung kinakailangan that we have to fight together,
Mhm. Mhm.
nagkakaintindihan tayo.
Yes, sir.
Interoperability.
Mhm. Mhm. Does the United States also see this as very important for the United States as well? These exercises, this visiting forces agreement.
Sa tingin ko, napakalaking bagay ito sa kanila
Mhm.
na ang
Mhm.
Pilipinas ay isa sa kanilang mahalagang partner or ally dito sa region, no,
Mhm.
ng Southeast or Western Pacific,
Mhm. Mhm.
sapagkat geographically ang location natin ay nasa center ng China Sea, ng South China Sea.
Mhm. Mhm.
Daanan yan o rota yan ng maraming barko, libu-libong barko sa isang taon.
That's a major trade route.
So
Yes, sir.
kailangan talaga diyan ay stable yung region, walang dominanting grupo na kokontrolin niya yung mga sea lanes,
Mhm.
at
Mhm.
diyan ay kinakailangan ng presence ng US Navy. At kung merong US Navy ay kailangan na meron silang mga refueling stops or stations, at doon pumapasok ang kahalagahan ng Pilipinas,
Mhm.
particularly ng
Mhm.
Subic, yung
Mhm.
dating base nila.
Beautiful
Pinapayagan
place.
natin silang pumasok at magpahinga, mag-service ng mga barko nila. So, yun ang kahalagahan ng Pilipinas para sa Amerikano. At the same time, pagka exercise like balikatan, doon sila nakakapag-practice ng kanilang mga equipment,
Mhm.
ng kanilang
Mhm.
mga marines. Ngayon, ongoing ang balikatan, more than 4,000
Yes, sir.
involved. Oo.
Babalitaan namin yun, sir.
Yes.
Mhm.
So, nakakapag-fire sila ng artillery nila, yung mga piloto nila with their modern aircraft, nakakapag-practice sa Crow Valley,
Mhm.
sa Capas, Tarlac, na sinasabi nila, wala silang ganung nakitang kaganda na gunnery range, no? Or
Mhm.
where their pilots could maneuver and practice their skills.
Wow.
So, ganun kahalaga ang Pilipinas din para sa kanila.
Wow. Wow. I did not know that information. That's great. That's great for both countries,
Yes, yes.
Philippines and the United. So napakabigat pala ng position nyo, sir.
Well, I look at my position as an enabler, a
Mhm.
facilitator. At the same time, ang mandato sa atin ng executive order ay ensure that the visiting forces ay nirerespeto ang batas Pilipinas.
Of course, sir.
So ang
Of course.
aming approach diyan sa pamumuno ko ay proactive tayo, no? Bago magkaroon ng problema, dapat nagkakaintindihan na para wag mangyari yung problema.
Mhm.
Oo.
Mhm.
At nais ko ring ibalita, no, na
Yes, sir,
ang
please.
Pilipinas
Mhm.
ay nagkaroon ng pangalawang Status of Forces Agreement. Ito ay sa bansa na Australia.
Oh, yeah.
Oo,
Mhm.
na-ratify na yon ng ating Senado, nag-concur na yung Senado. So magkakaroon din tayo ng mas maigting na mga exercises or cooperative activities
Mhm.
with the Australian military.
Wow.
Oo.
Wow. Eh di sa lahat ng mga joint exercises ng ganito, eh di sa tingin ko naman lumalakas din ng Armed Forces of the Philippines.
Alam mo, yun ang objective ngayon ng ating Pangulo, no, na
Mhm.
palakasin ang ating armed forces sapagkat sa mga nangyayaring sitwasyon ngayon na kailangan pangalagaan natin ang ating mga maritime resources, no? Marine
Yes, sir.
resources, yung ating mga isla na within our economic zone,
Mhm.
ay kailangan talaga mas malakas ang ating hukbong pandagat or Philippine Navy
Yes, sir. Sinabi niyo pa po, sir.
at ang ating hukbong panghimpapawid or
Mhm.
Philippine Air Force.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
kailangan nating mag-invest ng additional ng more funds to buy this equipment. At
Mhm.
sa ating pamumuno ni Pangulong Aquino, yan ngayon ay tinutugunan, nag-allocate siya ng mas malaking pondo para tayo makabili unti-unti, no, ng mga kailangan natin.
Yes, sir. I think a few years ago, dumaan dito yung um, BRP Gregorio del Pilar.
Yes, at
Yes.
meron pang kasunod yan, meron pang isang darating.
Yun daw ang sinabi nila, and I'm looking forward to that kasi we held a party on the boat. So that's something to look forward to.
Oh, yun, ginagamit natin ngayon yung BRP del Pilar. Malaking bagay yon.
And how is that performing, sir?
Oh, malaking bagay.
Mhm.
Nakakapagpatrolya siya sa West Philippine Sea.
Yes, sir.
Ang ating pinakamalaking barko ngayon.
Mhm. Yung visiting forces agreement, sir, hindi lang sa Army, hindi lang sa Navy, it's a combined armed forces training?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Lahat ito, yung
Lahat
tinatawag
yan.
na joint. Pag
Mhm.
sinabing joint
Mhm.
training,
Mhm.
that's Army, Air Force, Navy, Marine.
Wow.
Oo. So, lahat ng component ay involved. At ang isang maganda ngayon, dahil sa na-realize ng both countries na ang natural disasters ay ang Pilipinas ay isa sa pinaka tinatamaan, no, ng mga natural disasters like typhoons and
Mhm.
earthquakes.
Yes, sir.
So ngayon, may component ngayon yung exercise balikatan
Mhm.
ng humanitarian assistance and disaster relief.
Wow.
So, merong isang malaking exercise na involve ang mga 7 bansa yun eh.
Mhm.
Nag-imbita tayo, pinasali natin sila. Ngayon, ongoing pa sa Manila, nagpa-practice sila magplano how to respond to disasters. Kung paano i-mobilize ang relief assistance, mga rescue, in case of a major disaster. Kagaya nung nangyari sa Mindanao last year.
Mhm. Mhm.
Oo.
Napaka-importante po niyan, ang
Yes, yes.
humanitarian, sir.
Alam mo, last year,
Mhm.
ang namatay sa Typhoon Bofa, ang Pablo sa atin yon, Typhoon Pablo,
Mhm.
mahigit 1,000.
Wow. Dami.
Tapos, ang 6 million Filipinos were affected by that disaster.
Wow.
So, nakita talaga na kailangan maghanda tayo, palakasin pa yung ating response capability.
Yeah, kasi nagiging matindi yung mga natural disasters. It's getting stronger and stronger each year.
Sa buong mundo, last
Mhm.
year,
Mhm.
2012,
Mhm.
ang Pilipinas ang number 1 sa most number of casualties in the world. Because of Typhoon na Pablo.
Wow.
Dumami. Oh,
What a title to hold.
yeah.
That's incredible.
And
Okay.
we have more than 2 dozen typhoons every year.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yes, yes. Okay, sir, isa pang tanong. What happens, and I'm referring to a few instances in the past when some American soldiers medyo, paano natin sabihin to, medyo nagwala ng kaunti sa Pilipinas habang gumagawa sila ng mga itong visiting forces agreement. How is it to face problems of that magnitude, sir, when the soldiers of the visiting forces actually commit certain wrongdoings?
Kaya nga nagkaroon tayo ng visiting forces agreement.
Mhm.
Para nga kung may papasok at pinapayagan natin na may mga exercises,
Mhm.
ay meron na tayong mga policies and arrangements how to handle problems.
Mhm.
So sa nakita natin halimbawa yung example yung nangyari kay Lance Corporal Smith, yung rape case,
Exactly, sir. That's what I'm referring to.
2005.
Yes, sir.
Nakita natin na Smith has to submit himself to Philippine court.
Absolutely.
Oo, at pagkatapos na-convict siya ng Makati Court. Ibig sabihin noon na yung Visiting Forces Agreement is working, no? The fact that he was tried by our courts.
Yes.
Kasi dati, nung wala pa yan, before the bases were closed in 1992, may mga offenders, no, or violators na hindi na bibigyan ng hindi na akusahan, hindi na dadala sa trial in Philippine courts.
Wow.
Nakakaalis ka agad sila. Pero ngayon, the fact that there is a VFA, so maliwanag yung rules. At naiintindihan din ng mga US authorities na kailangan nilang igalang ang ating batas. So, sa napapansin ko sa aking monitoring function, mahigpit din sila. Kanilang binibigyan ng mga lectures, briefing, bago pa lang dumaong yung barko nila, ay marami na silang reminders or warning sa kanilang mga sundalo. At yan naman ay nakikita ko, no, sa ating pagbabantay sa kanila.
Yes, sir. Do you also train them in language? Nagsasalita ba sila ng mga Tagalog at least when they come and see us?
Merong alam mo, mga sa isang barko ng Amerikano, typical, no? About 8 to 10% of the crew are Philams.
Oh.
So, palaging merong Ilocano doon, merong Tagalog speaking,
Bisayan. Yeah, okay.
So, magandang magandang development yun dahil nasasabihan din yung mga ibang sailors by their Philam counterpart.
Yes. And is it better? Is it a better relationship when the Philams come over and train as opposed to dun sa mga puti?
Pareho lang naman, no? Kasi
pareho lang.
Philams naman na mayroong kanya-kanyang skills yan eh. Merong for operations, merong medical. Pero ang kagandahan nun, siyempre, kung may Philam, naintindihan nila yung kultura.
Siyempre,
papaliwanag nila sa mga bodies nila.
Sure.
No?
Yes.
Ugali namin. At yun naman mga puti, tuwang-tuwa din sapagkat napapaliwanagan sila.
Yes.
Lalo na pag yung, alam mo, nangyayari ngayon, almost every year, merong aircraft carrier pumupunta sa Manila Bay. So, kasama na yung escort ships niya, mga 7,000 sailors ang bumababa sa Manila.
Oh my goodness.
So, malaking bagay yun. Tuwang-tuwa yung mga, siyempre, yung ating mga business establishments, mga restaurants, no? Marami silang customers. At the same time, yun naman mga sailors, nakikita yung kultura natin. At bumabalik as tourists. Sabi nila, babalik kami dito. Pag wala na kami sa Navy, siguradong babalik kami. And we'll bring our families.
Yes.
So, it's a mutually beneficial event.
Relationship.
Okay.
All right, Undersecretary Adan, I hate to cut the interview, but we have reached the end of the time allotted for this. And I just want to say, maraming salamat, sir, for your taking the time to be here with us and to grace us with your knowledge and experience. Because whenever we have Filipinos of your stature to come here, we see it as an inspiration for many Filipinos here too. So on behalf of KPHI Pinoy Power Radio, maraming salamat, sir. And how long will you be staying here in Hawaii?
I arrived here Saturday. I'm leaving tonight.
Oh, tonight.
Manila. Pero bago ako umalis, nais
sir.
kong pasalamatan ang inyong station at ikaw
Thank you, sir.
sa opportunity na ito na makapagpaliwanag.
Yes, sir. And
all Filipinos here, the best.
Thank you very much, sir. And we look forward to your possible appearance again in the future.
Yes, I'm looking forward to coming back. At Allan, kung pwede lang, nais kong pasalamatan yung mga Pilipinong nag-tour sa akin at sinamahan ako kahapon sa Hilo, sa Hawaii Island.
Sure, sir, please.
Miss Rose Bautista.
Yes.
At saka si Miss Dayday Hopkins. Alam mo, they are the prominent Filipinos there in the county of Hawaii.
Yes, sir.
And I would like to thank them here through your station.
Yes, sir. And any other messages for
sa lahat ng mga ating kababayan na nag-attend ng ating Bataan Day commemoration, yung araw ng kagitingan, Maraming salamat din. Sana sa susunod na taon, mas marami tayo at suportahan natin lagi ang ating consulate dito sa Hawaii. Pinangungunahan ni Consul General Torres.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And we do our best to uphold the Filipino culture through the Philippine Consulate General, sir.
Okay, thank you.
So, thank you very much, sir. Have a safe trip. Mabuhay po kayo, sir.
Thank
Mabuhay.
you. Good day.
Thank you and maraming salamat po. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, yan po ang Undersecretary Edliberto Adan, Executive Director of the Presidential Commission on the Visiting Forces Agreement, enlightening us and giving us a lot of information about the Visiting Forces Agreement. Napaka-importante pala to sa ating dalawang bansa. Hindi lang sa skills training, but also in, how do you say it, diplomatic relations. Yeah, so anyway, he was here to deliver the keynote speech during the Araw ng Kagitingan, and what a great experience it was. So
Yes.
we're very, very thankful, and thank you also to the Philippine Consulate General of Honolulu with Consul General Torres, Vice Consul Joylene, Consul Bob, and Protocol Officer Jeffrey, and all of you there. Ang tawag sa kanila, Mocha Boys and Mocha Girls. Anyway, maraming salamat mga kaibigan. Marami pa tayo dito sa ating midday show. But anyway, before we do that, here's a station identification, and when we come back, more music, more news, more entertainment dito po sa ating midday radio show.
KPHI Honolulu, K244EO Honolulu, 96.7 FM, 1130 AM, a service of H Hawaii Media. The following paid programming does not necessarily reflect the views of KPHI 96.7 FM, AM 1130, OC 882, KPHI.
Allan Alvarez on the radio, KPHI 96.7 FM. Hawaii's hot Filipino hits. It's the midday show with Allan Alvarez.
What do you think of that, Smooth? What do you think of that interview, huh?
It was very...
Wasn't that great?
Yes.
Wasn't that
I
great?
loved it.
Excellent. Anyway, here's some more OPM for you, mga kaibigan. You're listening to the Midday Radio Show with Allan Alvarez.